차가운 새벽 공기에 난 몰래 눈을 뜨네. 이 도시의 harmony 난 너무나 익숙해. 내 어린 날들은 아득하고 빌딩과 차들만 가득해도 이젠 여기가 나의 집인걸. 너의 소울과 발음이 비슷한 걸까? 무슨 영혼을 가졌길래 무엇이나 이토록 너의 곁에 잡아두나. 난 내게 추억조차 없는데 난 이제 네가 너무 지겨워. 너의 맨날 똑같은 잿빛 표정. 아니 나는 내가 두려워. 이미 널 부각해버린 거든. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. So yeah. Oh yeah. 가만히 있어도 풍경이 바뀌는 버스와 비슷한 듯 조금씩 다른 빌딩. 역한 듯 아닌 듯한 삶의 향과 따뜻한 척하는 차가운 공원들. 늘 헤매야 하는 사람들과 너무 많은 하늘 품는 한강들과 혼자 하늘을 볼 수 없는 그네들과 나 그네들과 좀 늦어버린 친구들은 툭 하면 떠나겠다 해. 난 끄덕거려 보지만 웃질 못해. 너무 인정하기 싫지만 이미 난 너의 미움과 그 역겨움까지도 사랑해. 성게천에 비린 날 사랑해. 선의도의 쓸쓸함을 사랑해. 돈만 있으면 살기 좋다던 어느 택시기사의 그 한숨까지도 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. Yeah. I love you so. I hate you so. I love you so. I hate you so. Yeah. I'm leaving your heart. I'm leaving your heart. I'm leaving your heart. So 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I love you so. 사랑과 미움이 같은 말이면 I hate you so. So yeah, I love you so. No, I hate you so. Yeah, now I just don't know my word. Thank you. It's so good to be back. It's so honored to be back on this legendary show, NPR Tiny Desk. This time as a solo. Last time I was in a team, but this time it's my first solo NPR Tiny Desk. So I'm truly honored. I go by the name of RM of BTS, and I'm from South Korea. So the song you guys just listened to was Seoul. Basically, as you know, the capital city, which is my second hometown in Korea. Okay, first thing first, the most important part, I'd like to introduce our band, the Korean legends. First, Doc Skim on the keyboard. Woo! Give a round of applause. John Eun on the guitar. Jason Park on the bass. Woo. Last but not least, J.K. Kim on the drum. Okay. Yeah. So that was Soul. And I just released my first new solo album called Indigo, which is the natural color from the nature, which is my favorite color as well. But Soul is not on the album. It's actually from my last mixtape called Mono in 2018. So yeah, Seoul is the city that I spent the most time since I started music. So I just always been wanting to make a song about Seoul. So this is my collaboration with me and Honne. Shout out to Honne, big time. Yeah, so Indigo, please give a big love to my new first solo album, please. And next song would be the first intro, the first track of the album Indigo. And it's about the Korean painter Yoon Hyung-gun that I have the biggest respect, art industry. And he was always saying that you should firstly be a human before you do some art or do something. So the song is inspired by his lifelong message. And when you see the cover of the album, you could see his painting. So yeah, next song is about the painter and me, the communication, life and death. And actually, Erykah Badu is on the song, so she was supposed to be here, but sadly we don't got her right now. But still, shout out to Erykah Badu. And if you guys are ready, let's kick it.
별은 진리에 사방을 한다게 우리 통일군대에서는 인간의 이제 그 본질인데 진선미 진실하다는 진짜하고 착한 선자하고 아름다운 미요. 근데 내 생각에는 진 하나만
Yo.
가지고 다 해야 돼.
Fuck the trendsetter, I'ma turn back the time forward to when I was 9. 좋은 것과 아닌 것밖에 없던 그때 차라리 그때가 더 인간이었던 듯해. 이쪽 저쪽에서 받았던 손가락질들이 이젠 가야 할 곳이라며 저 산을 가리키지. That's where you belong, or you gon' be alone if 뭣도 아닌 그 진심들을 고집하면은 팀 빠진 넌 사실 뭣도 아니야. 너는 고속도로서 오솔길로 가려 해. 너는 그냥 내 말 좀 들어. 그러다 다 잃어. 늘 그랬듯 you go with the flow, you get better. Fuck that shit, 애들랑제의 lifestyle. 늘 나의 자리는 경계선의 pipeline. 여전히 난 허락되지 않는 꿈을 꿔. 아무도 보지 않는 조물쪽. Yeah. Yo.
Keep the silence.
You keep the silence, boy.
Or you do something now.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo.
Be a human.
Be human.
Till the death of you now.
Right. Preach.
Yeah.
I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. 그는 말했지 넌 먼저 사람이 되라. 예술할 생각 말고 놀아. 느껴 you know what is it with the techniques, what is it with the skills, what is it with all the words in your lyrics that you can feel. 나 당신이 말한 진리가 뭔지 몰라. 다만 그저 찾아가는 길 위 나의 속도와 방향을 대. But to me you the fucking contemporary. 여전히 이곳에 살아서 흘러 permanently. 이 모든 경계 위에 선 자들에게 반드시 보내야만 했던 나의 밤을 걷는 반짝이는 불꽃은 언젠가 땅으로. 카이사르의 것은 카이사르로. 시커멓게 탄 심장 죄를 뿌린 그 위에 시를 쓴 내 사선을 오갔던 생과 당신이 마침내 이 땅에 남긴 것들에게 나 역시 그저 좀 더 나은 어른에게. Keep the silence before you do something now. Yeah. Yo, be a human till the death of you now. What? Yo, I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gonna be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gonna be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but it's gonna be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my goddamn madness. Yo. Now you can feel my madness. Yo. Damn. Woo. That was dope, guys. So, yeah, it was Yoon. I love this song. It's the first track of the album Indigo, so if you guys love it, please check it out. Okay, so been doing music for 15 years. This is my 10 years as BTS, but still, this is my first official solo album. And I ran along all the way just to release this 10 tracks and 10 colors out of my soul and out of my ego, I guess. So I think this time I finally could show the world that I've been really what's really inside me and what I really wanted to do. So Indigo is about my whole 20s actually. I've been making this album from 2019 with these guys, so it's been 4 years, and it's like from my 26 to 29. So I feel really strange, and next year, actually, next month I'm gonna be 30. So it feels like really strange that there's only 1 month in my 20s, when this album was finally released. Okay, that was a long talk, and now I'm starving. So next song is gonna be. Actually, it's fun. It's funny. It's a number 2, track 2 out of this album, and it's called Still Life. So I wrote this song actually out of the museum. So I went to some random museum and I saw a title called Still Life. A lot of paintings were titled Still Life. And I felt really strange because it was like the painting in some, 19th century by Monet or Van Gogh or Cezanne. So the flower as a model of the painting is, dead like a century ago, but it's, still alive in the painting by the painters themselves. So they gave the birth, actually the eternal birth or life to the flowers by painting. So, but when I see the still life, like a canvas, because my life is like a canvas. I'm exhibiting my life to the whole world, like everywhere, America, Asia, Europe, everywhere. But still life is still, it's stuck on the canvas, but it's alive and eternal and it's still moving forward. So it's about a still life that's still moving forward. Let's go. I'm still alive. Yeah. I'm still alive. Yo, what? I'm still alive. Yeah. I'm still alive. Yo, what? I'm still alive, but I'm moving. Just live now, going forward. Yo, 멈추지 않은 정물. 또 비워 나의 꽃을. Give me no name, cause I'm untied. 계속 전시되는 내 삶. Yeah, 그래도 삶. 아직도 삶 과거는 가버렸고 미래 모르는 두 갈래길에서 숨 고르는 벗어나고 싶어 이 캔버스의 틀 어제와 내일이 내게 드린 그늘 난 그저 단단하게 live every time 24/7 yeah baby I'm on time 난 그저 오늘을 살아 1분 1초마저 같이 전부 다 걸어워 She know that me yeah Y'all can lock me in the frame I'm moving yeah yeah I'm still alive yo what life is better than the death of proving yeah yeah I'm still alive but I'm moving just live now go forward yo 멈추지 않은 정물 또 비워나의 꽃을 I'm still alive but I'm moving just live now go forward yo 멈추지 않은 정물 yo I never stop baby let's get it now Earth days my day won't bother Baby 난 돈으로 시간을 벌어 걔네 초롱은 듣지만 네귀 버려 꼭 벌어지듯 온라인에 목숨 걸어 Trendsetter I'm a friend better 시상해질 정도의 go and get her 결국 네가 원하는 대로 되지 않았지 바른 것 딸이 너무 잘 살아내네 내 뜻대로 Living in 하남대로 Look at my 탄탄대로 갈 일이 없어 이제 강남대로 월세 밀린 넌 빨리 당장 방 빼고 What a perfection look at your chain Me better do it like look at my stain 오늘을 살아 잡초처럼 그냥 화초처럼 But I never stay Hey Shit happens in life but what happens is shit Shout out to Anderson Yo we're just some still alive people gotta move forward never look back let's kick it up I'm still alive yeah. Y'all can lock me in the frame I'm moving yeah yeah I'm still alive yeah life is better than the death of proving yeah yeah I'm still alive but I'm moving just live now go forward yo 멈추지 않은 적문 또 비워나의 꽃을 I'm still alive but I'm moving just live now go forward yo 멈추지 않은 적문 yo I never stop baby let's get it now Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now. Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now. Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now. Thank you and pure. Peace out. See you next time.